Wish I could play an instrument. How would the harmonica sound? Like blending into this deal.
You could throw that in there.
Yeah? Little spoon. Hear that little cymbal?
Yeah.
Oh! My favorite time of the day. Second favorite time of the day. First favorite time? Dawn Patrol. Second favorite time of the day? The Dawn Patrol podcast. And this morning, we have really a very special guest. Someone dear to my heart. None other than Lance Simpson. Good morning, Lance.
Morning. How you doing, man?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm a little tired.
Yeah?
Been working nights.
Working nice. You got off at 6 this morning. Or 5.
I got off at 6. I was actually done working at 2:30, but I stayed up for a few hours doing my Experiencing God workbook.
Really?
Had the time.
Really?
So I worked on that till about 4:30 this morning and then headed up here.
What chapter are you on?
We're in Unit 7.
Oh, wow.
Starting Unit 7, yeah. And
That-
it's good.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's great.
And so Lance works, just because the kiddies at home might be thinking, what do you do in the middle of the night? And he works at Caltrans, which I know is an oxymoron. The two rarely go together.
Yeah.
Let's just say he spends time at Caltrans.
I do.
No, I'm kidding. You're a great man.
40 hours a week there.
40 hours that you're punched in.
Yes.
How much do you think you work? Don't answer that because this is being recorded. Lance Simpson, how old are you?
I'm 59. Just turned 59 on April Fool's.
Wow. April Fools?
I'm an April Fool's baby.
You're
Yep.
kidding.
No.
59. You look great.
Thank
Softball player.
Baseball, softball, yeah.
Baseball.
Most of my life.
Local Hayward guy.
Yep.
Went to Tennyson?
No, I graduated Castro Valley High.
Did you really?
Yeah, 77. Last of the Spartans.
They were the Spartans.
Up in from 57 to 77.
Wow. Why did they change it from Spartan?
Canyon High School closed down. And they moved the kids from Canyon down to Castro Valley, and they changed the name from the Spartans to the Trojans.
Mm-hmm.
Changed the colors from green and white to green and gold. And
Because they incorporated Canyon.
incorporated Canyon. Canyon went to a middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was the Canyon Cougars back in the day.
Wow, you got all the info.
Yeah.
I thought you were a Hayward guy, but then you
I
moved
grew
to
up.
Hayward.
I grew up in Hayward.
Yeah.
Grew up in Hayward, and then in the middle of my 8th grade year, I got my mom remarried, moved to Treasure Island on the base. With,
You're kidding.
With a Coast Guard stepfather, and went to San Francisco a couple years, and then actually that didn't work out with my mom and him, and we moved back to East Bay to Castro Valley.
Wow.
So I got to spend my sophomore, junior, senior year at Castro Valley High.
Okay.
But I should have went to Mount Eden High. That was kind of all my friends were there.
Mm-hmm.
But
I picture you as a Mount Eden guy. And so all your
yeah, I would have went to Mount Eden. Yeah.
And so do you know Dave Rothling?
I don't.
77. He's my neighbor.
I
Yeah,
don't.
he might be another. He might have been.
Castro Valley.
Yeah, he's definitely Castro Valley.
Yeah.
But he's older than 57. He might be 67.
Okay.
Yeah, it's different. Hey, so when did you? So you have 2 sisters,
I have 3.
3 sisters.
Yeah.
Big family. Mom's still alive. How old is she? Driving around?
She's 82. Just arrived yesterday from Arizona.
Drove.
Still driving herself. Doing good. Here for a couple days, visiting the girls and myself, and then gonna head back to Arizona on Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I have kids.
Yeah, I have kids. I have 3 kids. Yeah.
Grandkids?
I have number 6 grandchild on the way.
No way.
Yeah, I got 5 of them now, from 2 years old to 8, and then I just found out we're having another one. So
Congratulations.
Yeah, another girl. So
How many girls?
we've got 1, 2, 3. It'll be 4 girls and 2 boys.
Wow.
Now.
And a
Yeah.
boy. What's your son's?
My son's, my grandson.
Yeah.
Is Ryland Danger.
Danger.
Danger is his middle name, and that's the truth too.
Well, he's gonna live up to it. You know that.
I hope so. Yeah, good kid.
Yeah.
He's almost 4 now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Hey, Lance, how long have you been in the body, in this thing we call Christianity?
I want to say 14 years. June 18th, 2004.
Wow.
2 doors down in Mark Tyler's office.
Was his office down here?
Yes, it was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that Friday, I believe it was, on the 18th, I gave my Lord to Christ. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. and never been in a church before.
Ever.
Well, other than
Funeral or something.
yeah, something like that, but never went to church for a church service,
Right.
And so yeah,
And Kevin Moore brought you in.
Kevin Moore, good old Kevin Moore, yeah.
Yeah.
He I would probably say Kevin would be my spiritual papa.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not,
He walked you right
know.
into it.
Yeah, he did. That's the first guy I called.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a problem, man. Let's figure this out. Help me figure it out.
And so you're 14 years ago, so you're 59, so you're 45-ish.
45, yeah.
And so you finally woke up at 45.
Yeah, well, 26 years of marriage, married young, at 20 years old, and, was pretty much a piece of work that whole time.
You were?
I was,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know how she put up with me that long, So when she finally said, hey, I'm done with you, I had to kind of, do the proverbial, crap or, get off the pot. What am I going to do? Jump on my Harley and ride off into the sunset and forget about all the kids and everything, or stay put and figure out what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did.
And you called your buddy Kev.
Called Kev. Said, hey, I left that night when she told me, and I said, hey, let me just get my head together. I actually went to a hotel right here on the boulevard. Remember the old Holiday Inn down here?
Yeah.
And I wrote this in my biography, but first time I ever opened the Bible, the Gideon's Bible, that's in the
hotel.
In the hotel.
You're kidding.
No, really, and I never opened it up to really look at it or read it before in my life, and I opened it up to Romans 8.
No way.
That's the first thing I looked at, Romans 8. There's no condemnation for those who are in Christ.
Really?
And I went, whoa, all right.
You're kidding.
No, man, that was it.
Isn't that crazy how the Lord does that?
the first thing I ever read in the Bible. Yeah.
I can see you get emotional thinking about it.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Tough.
Most guys open that drawer looking for the remote and go, dang. You
Yeah,
pop
right?
that sucker open.
Well, I knew it was in there. I
Yeah,
thought,
so
they,
you went
they
looking
always
for
have
it.
a Bible,
Yeah.
right? Let me look at this thing. So I read all the Romans, and it kicked my butt.
Sure.
Yeah. So I figured I wasn't a lost cause if I put the work in.
Yeah. So then you called Kev after that.
Called Kevin that next morning and said, hey, let's go talk to somebody. I figured he would be the guy, but he goes, no. And he actually said, well, let's go to church, man. I know this pastor, Mark Tyler. So let's go talk to him.
That's great.
So yeah, came up here and after about a half hour, man, just had to give it up, and it was good. It was
Two
good.
doors down. That changes that whole office. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Who's in there now? Schmidt? Danny?
Yeah,
Yeah, Schmidt and Dan. Yeah.
yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was good. And I met Mark for the first time, and then 2 days later was Father's Day, and that was the first service that I ever went to.
Wow.
Yeah, on Father's
Wow.
Day. Yeah, on the 20th of June.
So then I meet you, 10 years ago?
About 10 when I started coming to Dawn Patrol.
You were one of the first guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I probably didn't come the first few months, but then I started coming. Yeah. And it's been great. I love Dawn Patrol.
It's a piece of my life, piece of your
yeah,
life.
Yeah.
So then we invite you into a Timothy group.
Well, you asked me, I think I got asked twice.
Really? I didn't know that.
I turned it down twice.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I was scared, man. I didn't want to be with you religious guys.
Yep.
It seemed a little scary to me.
For sure.
And
we're scary people. Do we do weird stuff, man?
but then you asked me, it was like, I didn't think you asked me twice, but someone else, a couple other people did, and I said, nah, I'm not ready. And then when you asked me, I said, yeah, I want to do this. And
I remember that.
Good. Yeah.
It was really good.
It was good. I knew nothing. I don't think I know anything still.
I've watched you grow in the last year, really grow. And I would say since our beach house, Timothy, in January. I'm just saying in the last 5 months, watching you and in the Word, you have grown throughout the 10 years I've known you spiritually. But just like you're doing, experiencing God, and
it just seems like it was baby steps. So one step forward, 2 steps back, not staying in the Word. And I think me, like a lot of people, I have a problem with comprehension. I read something and it's like, man, I didn't get that.
Yeah.
I got to read it again.
Yep. Yep.
And that's why I think I like this Experiencing God book so much.
Yep.
Because it's really good for me. I think someone that is very well versed in a lot of scripture, it might be a little bit too easy for them.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I just redid the thing, and I got a good enough handle on the word, and it's like, wow, yeah, reminders. Remember Moses walking through in Deuteronomy?
Yeah.
Nothing new. Hey, I'm going to remind you guys.
Yeah.
36 times he says, remember?
Yep.
And so Jesus says, remember?
Yeah.
He's pointing around. Let me put this concept into another frame.
Yeah.
It's like amazing. So to watch you grow, here you are, get off 2:30, got your Bible out, got your book. That's amazing. And now you're leading a Timothy group.
Yeah, that's kind of scary. Yeah, Dave Banal and I, and it's actually doing good for me, because it's opening me up to talk to these guys where I wouldn't normally do that. I don't think I'd have anything to say to them.
Right.
But now I kind of do. You mentioned that the last year. I agree. I think the last year, if you were going to ask me which, the first 13 years, it almost seemed like I was, shuffling.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, man, 13 years, what have I been doing,
Yeah.
But the last year, yeah, it's really, it's been a growth thing for me. And it's for something that you said, lean in.
Yeah.
You talk about that a lot.
Yeah.
Lean in and listen to what's going on around you.
Wow.
I grew up being told, mind your own business.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be listening to conversation. I got backhanded a few times for kind of listening on conversation, so I just never did it.
Right.
I mean, up until a year ago, I could be in a restaurant with my wife or family and concentrate on what we're doing, but I couldn't hear the slightest thing going on around me because I would just shut my mind off. I didn't want to hear anybody else's problems.
How's that relate to leaning in?
To me, leaning in, because
leaning into the Lord.
Well, leaning into people and their issues.
Yep.
And going to the Lord and saying, hey man, that person may need some help. I may need to talk to that person.
Yeah. I just want to clear up that I'm not teaching my guys to lean in and start eavesdropping in restaurants and thinking about Okay.
I'm relating,
even though I do that consistently. Well, I'm not telling you to do that.
And it's not so much restaurants, but just with my family.
Yeah.
I mean, I can be in my house and my...
You're more aware.
More
self-aware.
Aware. Exactly.
Yeah, and aware of your surroundings, aware of what's going on in people's lives.
Yeah. Beautiful. Because I wasn't before. I mean, I was taught,
yeah, mind your own
stuff. It's not your business,
yeah.
man.
And is that not the enemy of our souls, just keeping us isolated?
Yeah.
Nah. Don't get close to nobody.
Right.
I just saw a little thing this morning. Said it was a little piece of thing on Instagram. It said power tools, and she's like a little artist, and she sketched like a skill saw, chainsaw, the jigsaw, sawzall, and under each tool she renamed it: vulnerability, authenticity, honesty. Wow. Those are the power. That's where the power comes from.
Yeah.
When we start to lean into those things that are spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then being honest, there was stuff I wouldn't tell people because it wasn't good. But stuff I did in my past.
Right.
I rode bikes. I still ride Harleys, and I rode with I wouldn't say the wrong crowd, but
they were definitely the wrong crowd.
I rode with the rough crowd, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
And I don't talk about Hells Angels, but I rode with the HAs for a little bit and some other groups that I know, and I just love riding.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a guy to join a club. I got asked a couple times, and I was raising a family. That wasn't me, but I was, I had 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I was still, not doing the right thing.
Yeah.
I was a very functional family man, I guess, that could do the family, do the work, and also play a little too hard. You abused drugs, alcohol at one time, and I had to give that all up.
Yeah, this is a good time and a leeway or introduction into. I think, Lance, what's your deepest, darkest thing that you've never shared anywhere? No, just get vulnerability.
Let's go there, man.
Hey, I'm telling you, Lance, it's such a joy to be surrounded with men such as yourself who do. You said scooching forward in 13 years. When you were saying that, I had a image of the lady who just won the Boston Marathon, first time since 1985. As American woman
right.
won the Boston Marathon,
right.
And she almost didn't run. She almost dropped out. Did you know that?
No.
Like a day before, she almost dropped out.
I saw that she won, but
yeah. And then when you were saying that, I had an image of her scooching along in a diaper at 6 months.
Wow.
And now she just won the Boston Marathon. And
Yeah.
so there's no wasted 13 years. You were
Yeah.
scooching along.
Yeah,
And that brought
yeah.
you to where you are here.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, for
right,
sure.
Yeah.
And watching you with pastoring those bikers and the people at Lake Berryesta, you're shepherding those folks.
Well, what I think was really huge was the men's retreat.
Yeah.
I came to the first retreat that you had at Alliance Redwood.
Did you really?
Yeah,
So that was 8 years
I
ago.
heard about Hume Lake before,
Right.
but I never went to Hume
Right.
Lake. And then I think the last year at Hume Lake, I
Yeah.
was thinking about going. I went, nah, I don't want to
Yeah.
go. And then they invited me to Kevin Moore.
That was a great retreat.
Invited me to Alliance Redwoods,
8 years ago.
and it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of changed my whole thinking.
What was unbelievable about it?
Just the community, just the guys.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of scary to think you're to go to a camp with a couple hundred guys.
Yeah.
I didn't really like that idea.
Right.
But
In Sebastopol.
yeah, in Sebastopol, right. But I'll tell you, it opened my eyes that, hey man, they're just like me.
Yeah,
They got issues just like me.
Yeah,
They might not be the exact same ones, but they're dealing with them just as hard. Yeah.
We could go, dude. You are an interesting, very genuine, dear friend of mine,
Thank you.
and it's rare that people are authentic today. And you've been authentic since the moment I met you.
I try to be.
Yeah.
And I don't like. I always heard saying I used to say a lot. The truth hurts, and I kind of like a little pain.
Mm-hmm.
I got a pretty high pain threshold just by my hand there,
Yep,
my
yep,
thumb. So, but I just think tell the truth, and if it does hurt, now
Yep.
if it's something that's going to really hurt somebody, of course you kind of pull back a little bit, but
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Right?
Yeah. You're so honest. And can I share the security story
Yeah, what's that?
with the boat?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one. He's got this. Do you know that story, Cal? Got the security vest on, brand new. We got security here at the church. Big deal. And Lance Simpson, fantastic. He's going to be our security guy. And it's raining outside. And he's got his big trench jacket. The guy who looks like Good, the Bad, the Ugly. Clint Eastwood. Remember that?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and he's all like pouty in the men's corner. What's up, dude? What's happening? He goes, I just feel terrible. Why? And he explains that he got into a fisticuff with some 22-year-olds or 5-year-olds
Whatever.
at
yeah,
a
I
boat
don't know.
ramp. They were out of control.
Yeah,
And they were just rip drunk, and you dropped him, and it felt, in Lance's words, really good. And then I said, so what are you so bummed about? He said, that second guy let get away. He needed one too.
Yeah, he did. He did.
As he's in the church with the security deal on, and I'm going, this is amazing.
Well, I think that was part of having Jesus in my life.
Yeah.
Where it made me think that that wasn't really I could have handled that a little bit
a
better.
little bit better,
Yeah,
a little bit better, a little bit better.
But they disrespected my wife.
Yep.
They disrespected me. I gave them a chance.
Yep.
A couple of them.
Couple of them, half hour.
And they just
Yeah,
the one guy got what he deserved.
yeah. So
I had a sore knuckles for about a week, but it was good.
Lance Simpson telling it like it is. Hey,
gosh.
what did you hear from this morning? Today, walking in rhythm. Paul says, look, don't be anxious about nothing. Pray about everything. And to protect that space, dwell on what is good, righteous, noble, lovely, and admirable, excellent, and praiseworthy. Don't, on the other part, dwell on that and do everything that you've seen me do. What did you hear from the Lord?
Man, I just heard that what I've been doing is right. I'm not. You mentioned about not watching the news.
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting in that too. In
Yeah.
that I can't worry about stuff I can't control.
Yeah.
I mean, I've said it before, but man, I really live it now.
Yeah.
And we go every day about worrying about stuff that we can't. Politics and our president and. I can't control that, man.
No.
I can't do it. Why
Yeah.
waste the time on it?
Right.
And what you said today was perfect because I've been just praying so much more.
Yeah,
You
talking
and
to the
that's
Father.
really exactly, and that's what today was for me. That's what I heard loud and clear. Just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes I feel like I fall short of
Yeah, sure.
talking to him.
Yeah. Just keep it up.
I'll be in the middle of a prayer and then something will pop into my head and I'll. Hey, Father, sorry about that, man. Let me get back to you, And no. Hey, I gotta just stop. I gotta focus, and that's just it, man. I gotta. Man, I really heard that loud and clear this morning. I gotta just worry about what is vital to me and my family, And
Your soul.
and just ask God, hey, what should I do here?
Yeah.
What really should I do? I got to take it to you first. And
So
I
it's a
never
relax.
I never really took it to him 1st.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah, because you're competent.
Yeah, we could fix it ourselves.
Right.
Man. We're good, right?
Right.
And
Build
I
it,
think
fix
Ron
it.
Ritchie said something like, I mentioned to him the second year I went to the retreat when Ron spoke, and I mentioned that, and he goes, "How's that working out for you?" And I said, "Wow, it hasn't been working very good, you know." And that's it. So he says, "You gotta go to the Lord in prayer more." And I've been, in that experiencing God, it really goes on that point.
Yeah.
But this morning was big, man. It's like everything that's been happening is really since we started this Timothy is, and maybe it's, I don't know. Like I say, that book sometimes some people might be a little easy. Too easy, but not for me. It's perfect for me.
Right.
It's making me
Right.
really ask him, hey, man, what's important, man? What?
Right.
This other stuff's just not important.
Yeah. And you're 59, you got a long way to go.
I sure hope so.
Yeah. And to have that figured out already, I just can't wait to see what God's going to do.
Well, and I said at my baptism that, when I got baptized, I came to the Lord at 45. And I just said, hey, I hope the Lord gives me another 45. Because by then I may have it.
Right.
When I'm 90, I think maybe I'll be, good enough. I'm hoping. So we'll see. I'm praying anyway. But yeah, it's just that, man, this morning was great, man. It's just, you can't think about the bad stuff, man. You go to him and just give him all the praise. And that's where I need to go. I got to do that every day.
And I liked about Paul just says, and he'll walk with you.
He'll walk
and
with
to
you,
stay in that rhythm of walking with the Lord.
Yep.
Can't ever leave him.
No.
He never leaves us, but we can leave him.
Yeah, easily.
I
can be deterred real easily.
Easy.
Yeah.
Doesn't take much.
No.
Like a cat with a bird in the window.
Yeah. No, you're right. And I just again, I never used to start my day off with a prayer. I just didn't. I'd wake up and I'd just be worried about getting to work and whatever.
Right.
But now, this last year, you've said it too. It's funny you said that because I feel this last year has been bigger than the whole last 13, 14 for me.
Yeah. That's good to hear because I see it.
Yeah.
And so it's good you acknowledge that.
I feel it. Yeah, it's good.
It's like we got Lance on the team. It's like I got a go-to guy. I got that picture last night from you guys in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Or the night before.
Monday night,
Monday
we
night,
did it at Zachary's Pizza, and that was a great time. And you should have saw, I guess Vance Hunter's in our group too, but we prayed at the end of the, like we do every meeting, and I guess the people in the restaurant just kind of
leaned in.
What's going on? Yeah, leaned in.
And Lance was praying. Or Vance was praying.
Vance actually we had one of the new guys, Nico, give the prayer.
Really?
But Vance was in the corner looking, he had his back, and he was kind of seeing all the people. He goes, wow, you should have just saw these people just kind of stopped eating. Look what you guys are doing, what we were doing.
That's so fun.
Yeah, it was good. It was cool.
It's really something when you have guys out with beers and laughing and enjoying and encouraging each other. And
we all had our books out. We all had our Experiencing God books out. And our Bibles were out. Yeah. And the restaurant was packed.
Yeah.
And we had a real good time. Yeah.
Hopefully you didn't bow your head and all that and get goofy.
Oh, of course we did. Yeah, of course we did.
Lance, I love you. I value our friendship. I respect you. I learn from you. I am reminded of many things when I watch you live your life.
Well, thank you.
You're not a stiff religious dude. You are a free, gentle, tender, beautiful man. I say that affectionately.
Thank you.
And I'm just glad to walk the earth with you.
Right on, bro.
Yeah, and you inspire me in many ways.
I get that from you too, man. I appreciate it.
You inspire me. I hope he inspired you guys that and get around Lance and guys like Lance. That ain't all. At the retreat.
Yeah.
That's where we're going to make relationships.
Look me up at the retreat. Let's talk, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go through something.
Yeah, and don't piss him off.
I'll leave the boxing gloves at home, guys.
And so sign up the retreat. We have a couple of spots left. We have 320-ish signed up. We can take 350. Amazing.
Wow. Yeah.
And it starts in 10 days. Is that right? Is it 10 days away? 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. 2.5 weeks. Oof.
Coming up. Start throwing the shoes, boys.
See you next Wednesday. Okay, perfect.
We
That
go
was it.
good?
That was
All
great.
right, good, man.
That was great, wasn't it?
It was.
Really good. And you're listening to podcasts. I forgot to
listened
say that.
them, yeah.
And they're
I like
encouraging.
them. Yeah, they are.
They're
Good,
very
man.
encouraging.
They're good.